Hello again. I had to make another video because I guess, soon after the spooky day of October 31st and the beautiful day of November 1st, All Saints Day, as I spoke about in my last video, I've had a powerful and gracious burst of synchronicity that has struck me quite undeniably, has struck me a little dumbfounded, in fact. And I'm quite used to synchronicity. I'm often the person that is not surprised when other people are surprised by weird coincidences that seem meaningful. I've had a lot of synchronicity in my life. I've observed it. It's helped direct me. But this was particularly surprising. And now when you tune into synchronicity, when you start to connect to the various gifts and this wide, weird world that exists out there that includes spirits that have moved on, your own spirits, guides, and all these kinds of concepts, you start to notice little things around you in the world. That particular smell that catches your nose, that song that just grabs your attention, and that particular section of lyrics that speaks to you. The time on the clock, numbers. Numbers are a very potent communicator of divination, of information. And so at times to know whether a certain video, especially if it was something like a tarot video, which has to do with connecting to this weird wide world, to see whether I should invest some time in a video, I might look at the likes, the date that it was posted, how many views it's had, and again, it's intuitive. There's certain kind of vague commonalities that you might look at. There might be numerological systems that you ascribe to, but I'm not trained in any of that. It's mostly intuitive. Repeating numbers or numbers that kind of add up together to each other, these kinds of things. But ultimately, it's just something that catches my eye and my mind and my heart and speaks to my spirit to decide whether I should invest some time in a video or not. And what happened was, since last night, as I've been watching YouTube videos, every once in a while, maybe I like a video, and I want to hit like. So I keep looking at the like button. So I was looking at these like numbers, and since last night, maybe even the afternoon, into today, into this evening, it's like whenever I would look at the like count, it was the number 404. Now, as far as computers go, that's a common error code, maybe the most well-known error code. And it's when you're connected to your connection to the service, to the server, but the page you're looking for isn't there, or maybe it's been removed. Maybe it's been removed. And so what does that mean? Well, I'm going to have to meditate on that. I've been dealing with some sort of reputation, some sort of maybe gossip, maybe other things that I'm not connected to or aware of that's not fair. It seems to affect some people's reaction or behavior around me, but maybe it points to something that's been removed, something that is true, that was there at once upon a time, but has been obscured or taken away. I don't know. That's the computer code that refers to it. But again, this is not a technical error in the YouTube system, as far as I know. This is a synchronous connection to particular numbers. And so I looked up 404. There's a system of number associations called angel numbers. It's a new concept to me. But some of the tarot readers and other kinds of people that deal with these sorts of divination and things like that have been referring to angel numbers. So that was the first place I looked. And again, intuitively, you're drawn to certain areas. And when something rings the bell, maybe your attention should reside there for a little while, see what you find. So 404 here under angel numbers, it has 3 meanings on the site that I went to. The first one is your guides are supporting you. And so there could be archangels, angels, other spirits, ascended masters of history, but guides often, I think, that we most directly connect to are our ancestors. As I spoke about in my previous video, I lit 3 candles for 3 of my beloved ancestors on Halloween. I've been speaking with them, asking them for assistance in this difficult time, as I'm dealing with a very raw and cracked, somewhat broken heart around this relationship that I ended recently. 2.5 months ago, 3 months ago, I abruptly broke it off with a woman. I suspected some sort of unfaithfulness. I have since spoken to her, and she reasserted that nothing happened. And, you know, I've had other women in previous relationships be unfaithful a couple of times, and it always involves denial. It always involves lies. So, did this woman lie or obscure it? I don't know. I hope not. I hope not. I spoke to a friend about being cheated on, that kind of dishonesty, recently. And she said that she's been cheated on a bunch. And she said every time it happened, the person never admitted it. The person never admitted that there was infidelity. Again, does that mean that this relationship that I was recently in was broken by unfaithfulness that was denied? No, it doesn't mean that. I really don't know. Remember, I don't know. There are many other reasons. Part of me wishes I didn't end it so abruptly, but it felt like the right thing to do. And as I said, it's catalyzed this incredible change in my life, this ability to face my destroyed foundations from many years of dealing with sick and dying parents and that anguish. This last year, year and a bit, since my dad died, has been all about rebuilding my foundations, as I communicated to this woman I was dating, as I asked for her help in rebuilding those foundations. And it was very slow going. It was very difficult for a number of reasons, some of them to do with her, some of them to do with myself, my own challenges and my situation. But a big focus has been rebuilding foundations. And after abruptly ending it with this woman, it was like I got supercharged. I was able to fix many, many aspects of my foundations as a person. So I'll go to the third meaning, given what I just spoke about. The third meaning is focus on your foundations. The first meaning is your guides are supporting you. I asked for help, and I've got this funny synchronicity. And my main focus is rebuilding my foundations right now. So I guess my guides are supporting this endeavor to focus on my foundations in spite of the pain that I'm experiencing spiritually, emotionally, from a very big ending. And I guess that means I'm on the right track. It's worth trusting your intuition. It's worth paying attention to the synchronicities. Sometimes the synchronicities will help you decide what fork in the road to take, what direction maybe at a crossroads to take. And sometimes synchronicities will say, good on you, man, you're on the right track. So that's very reassuring. I can use the help of my guides, especially my beloved ancestors. And I got a lot more work to do on my foundations. But it's shocking to me as I look back on these last 3 months or so at how much rebuilding I've been able to accomplish. Now, the second meaning that I'll read third is synchronicity is all around you. Now, I love self-referential stuff. So it's kind of like you're noticing a synchronicity that's telling you that there's a lot of synchronicity happening. Again, it's a reinforcement that I'm on the right track. Maybe you are on the right track too. I'm very reassured to get this message, this pat on the back that I'm on the right track, because yeah, it can be hard some days, but you keep going. Keep reassuring yourself, rebuilding yourself, finding new ways to grow, to become stronger, better, and gooder. So, thank you for your attention. Thank you for the work that you put into your own life and to helping those around you. And keep on striving. You'll get there. Eventually. And then you'll put your eyes on a new spot in the horizon, and you'll get there too. Thank you.